Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com. I'm
Jim Goddard. We're speaking with Larry Reaugh, President and CEO of American Manganese. This interview was done on February 3rd. Larry, I understand your new news release reviews your intellectual properties and also mining assets.
Yeah, we had a release that went out this morning, Jim, and we got a good response on it. Just to let our shareholders know that, we can't forget about the other assets within the company because actually they're related to the lithium-ion battery business and that some of the metals on them are being used in that area. For example, I started it off by reviewing what we're doing with Chemetco. The work is ongoing. And we're still waiting for an update report so that we can put it out to the market. And but there's nothing unpleasant developing. I can assure everybody of that. And we'll put it out when we get it. And so we kind of briefly went over that. Then we started talking about cobalt, and cobalt's trading at close to $17 a pound right now. And there's a real appetite out there for high-grade cobalt properties because the only other way you can get cobalt into the market is by taking a copper or a nickel project that has cobalt associated with it, and usually that's just 1,000 to 3,000 or 4,000 tons of material from a very large copper or nickel operation. And so the appetite for high-grade cobalt, standalone metals, is out there. It's very scarce. It's scarce as hen's teeth. There's not a lot of high-grade cobalt. There are actually producers that produce cobalt. I think there's one in Idaho that's standing in line to get ready to get going. And but the aspect is that there are properties that have had some cobalt either small amounts produced off it or have historical results of high-grade cobalt. And there's an interest in it. We've had an interest in our property up at the Reaugh property up at New Hazelton. And it does have shipments that averaged 2.77% cobalt. And I think there's 2.5 tons produced off that property and a 90-ton shipment. And so that is one of the things it has. There's other historical information on the property that shows that cobalt may be a little more widespread than we thought it was, rather than just at the Victoria mine. We have results of cobalt showings along that trend, and we feel it's a great target for somebody. We don't want to take our focus off the lithium-ion batteries, but we don't want to lose an opportunity here if somebody comes along with a win-win deal for our company. And I read an article here where Elon Musk was talking about a large amount of manganese, which would be EMD or CMD, being used in storage batteries and along with electric vehicle batteries. And I don't know too much detail on that, but now manganese is starting to get back in the news again, so I thought we should remind people that we have one of the most advanced processes and projects in Arizona when it comes to manganese. And I couldn't say everything I wanted to about the project. It's got a lot of history. We've spent $12 million on that project, which a third of it, close to a third of it, went basically into developing our patent, which is the root system for our recycling opportunity. So because we've actually taken and produced ore from Artillery Peak, and we've made CMD, which is chemical manganese dioxide. People remember We failed in our pre-feasibility study for a couple of reasons, but the main one was that the price of manganese just continually dropped from the time we started that study. And it reached a point where it wasn't economic, and that was for EMM. EMM is probably the most expensive one to produce, but it's also the most used. And China dominates that market with about 97% of production. That said and done, they have a lot of idle capacity in China, so the price has been hanging down around 80 cents a pound. And when we first got involved in Artillery Peak, it was over $2 a pound. And but we never did test it for pre-feasibility for EMD or CMD. First off, EMD takes about 10 to 15% of the power that's required for EMM, and that power is, for most of it, goes to electroplating. And that would significantly reduce the cost per pound. I think our cost was 28 cents a pound on producing EMM, and so you could figure that cost could go down to less than a nickel. And it would take a lot off the operating costs. And the other thing is that EMD or CMD is only 60% manganese, the rest is oxygen. So you get paid by the pound, and EMD is priced a little higher than EMM right now. The last time I saw it was 90 cents a pound. But you would only have to, your pit could be, only 60% of the size of a pit for EMM. There's a significant reduction. The reagents all report to the amount of manganese produced, so that's a 40% drop, and that was our second largest cost. So, it could be economical if anybody wanted to get involved with us in that. And so, these are opportunities that the company has. Now, the company's not going to lose focus on the recycling, but we certainly could take on a partner that was willing to, say, fund a program that could earn them interest in the properties, and we'd be happy to do that. So, but basically, there's not many companies around that have these types of assets that relate to the lithium-ion battery business. So again, Jim, that's it in a nutshell, and I don't want to start meandering and repeating myself, but I noticed that the same old characters out there on the sell side were active today, but we did manage to move up, which is a good thing. And that's about all I can really say on this subject.
Larry, where does American Manganese trade?
American Manganese trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under AMY. It trades on the Pinks at AMYZF, and it trades in Frankfurt under the symbol 2AM. And you can find out anything you want to find. All our press releases and everything is on the website, which is www.americanmanganeseinc.com. Or you can phone me at 778-574-4444, or email me at LREAUGH@amymn.com.
Larry, thanks for the update.
You're welcome.
We've been speaking with Larry Reaugh, President and CEO of American Manganese. This interview was done on February 3rd. I'm Jim Goddard.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.